Do you guys, do you want, I mean, it's our desk, but do you guys want like something to put down?
It's up to you. I'm pretty clean, but if you want to just...
Actually, do we have a pair of clippers? I feel like I let my nails...
I don't, but...
Yeah, you know what? This is fine. This is totally
They'll be fancy.
Yeah, let's go with silver.
Silver. Did you know that you picked silver last time, too?
I thought I went with kind of like a darker tone.
Oh, you know what? You did. I like 8
like
silvers.
metallics.
I like 8 silvers.
If you need something to...
That would be smart. Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Here, we'll do that just in case.
Okay. Bye.
Hi, Ben.
I'm not here.
Hi, Ben.
I'm a sound ninja.
This is very exciting. The last time you did my nails, I think I managed to keep them in good shape for about 12 hours. And it just made me so much more impressed with people who can actually... I thought of myself as a careful person.
Well, yeah,
And then-
See that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's from growing out, right?
It's from growing out, but I was playing PUBG and was frustrated with how long my nails had gotten, so
Mhm.
I ripped them off because I was mad.
I've never been ripped my own nails off mad at PUBG, but I feel I've been close.
I couldn't move and I couldn't switch, and I was like, we're done with this.
That's metal.
So Cameron, I'm assuming we're picking you up while you're over there.
I believe so.
Would you like some talky things to do?
Sure.
Cool. As someone who wants to get into model painting and assembly, what would be the essential tools you'd recommend besides paint?
You're going to want a pair of side cutters to remove pieces of your model from the sprue. You're going to want a model knife, which is just like a metal tube with a chuck at one end that'll hold a number 11 X-Acto blade. Those are like $5. Sandpaper is good. 400 grit and 800 are really handy. Other tips, wash your models, or wash the plastic first, because it'll be covered in like this oil called mold release agent that is water repellent. So if you're using acrylic paint, it will bead. So be certain to just, you know, give it a rinse with dishwashing or dish soap in the sink.
Just throw it in the dishwasher, just real quick.
It'll come out nice and polished.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can get real into the weeds really quickly when you're building models. And like if you Google the subject that you're working on, you'll be able to find pictures of nerds holding up like Pantone swatches at museums, getting into some deep arguments.
Oh, like against like museum pieces? You mean?
Yeah. Like I found this one argument online with these two nerds arguing over, I guess, no, they're not nerds, they would be anoraks.
Okay, hold on. That's a new word for me. Teach me a new word.
An anorak is, it's a parka. It's a British term for a parka.
Oh, okay.
So it's train spotters, right?
Oh, okay.
But they were getting into an argument over the color of red that the fuel tanks are on a de Havilland Mosquito.
I love it.
And it's like, this book says they're brick red. Really? This book says they're bright red, right? And there's like different museums, like taking pictures at different museums of like, see, it's this color red. And the entire time I'm thinking, it was the middle of a war. They probably painted whatever red was available.
Yeah, it's probably a mixture of 18 different leftover cans.
Yeah, but you can there's some deep nerdery going on. It's really excellent. I relate to it on a profound level. I'm not making fun of these people. I'm just appreciating their dedication, I guess. Ooh. Actually, Matthews, what color are your nails?
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I thought they were black, but when they catch the light,
Here, put them right here.
They're a Pacifica color that looks kind of like an oil slick in the best possible way if they catch the light.
So they're
that
iridescent.
iridescence, yeah.
They're
great.
Thank you.
I noticed them from like 2 blocks away in the car. I love them.
Game recognized game.
Yep.
So that would be my recommendation is knife, side cutters, sandpaper. Emery boards are really good. You know, if we're talking about nails,
Oh, now they're talking about the nails.
you can get emery boards, which you can are used for polishing nails, but are just really fine abrasives that are useful for taking burrs off models, flashing, seam lines, that kind of thing. And I prefer to use liquid cement rather than super glue or the.
Oh, that's what this is.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's rather than the gel in a tube, which is hard to use and gets everywhere.
Silver, like thumb. There you go. Like, what is this finger? Pinky.
What else you got for me, Beach?
Oh yeah.
He's over there just having a good old time.
I'm definitely reading everything that's in here. Actually, Ben, you were what faction of Warhammer were you painting again?
These are
Not
House,
painting, but you're assembling.
It's a House Cawdor gang.
House Cawdor.
CAWDOR.
So the what are some of your favorite little stories or bits of trivia? It's just rather than some, because it's for anyone else who knows about Warhammer too. But if you can relate one, like a story or bit of trivia from Warhammer lore specifically, like either Age of Sigmar or like 40K, like any of that stuff, but something you might think like, oh, somebody might enjoy hearing about this.
Let's see.
Yeah.
You have to do it in ASMR like the Twitch girls.
I thought you were going to say I would have to do it in like 40K voice.
40K voice.
I'll have to think about that. I could definitely tell like anecdotes about games where just you want to hear about my worst Warhammer game ever?
Yes, actually I do.
Okay.
And I'm going to count that, in fact.
It was a tournament for Warhammer Fantasy Battles. I had a pretty good record at this point. I was going into, I think, like my 5th match. And I was playing High Elves, who it should be, this is a salient point in this story, have very good morale.
Okay.
They have high leadership scores, which means they're difficult to panic, and they tend to, stick around even when things don't go well. And I was fighting against an undead army. And undead have very bad troops, like zombies and skeletons suck, but their generals are real scary. And they are also characterized by the fact that all of their units cause fear, which means that when you fight them, you have to take a lot of morale checks.
Okay. Don't touch anything for at least 15 minutes.
All right, back to Warhammer. Point being, turn 1, before my opponent even goes, I've been able to set up my units so that my cavalry, my knights, my silver helms, led by my general, an elven prince, are able to charge a unit containing, like it's a flanking unit of skeletons led by a wraith, which is like a Grim Reaper type dude who has an ability called Terror. Point being, I need to make a leadership check to complete the charge, and I fail.
All right.
I roll 12 on 2 dice.
You can go sit back down.
Oh,
I don't
thank
have my
you.
top coat, so you're gonna have to just be careful.
I'll be very careful.
If they're still good tomorrow, I'll top coat you then.
Ooh,
I have top coat.
Oh, yes!
perfect.
My hero!
Well, let's go back then.
All right.
One moment. I continue to roll well, which means I continue to roll high. So my generals failed panic check. And I have to roll to see how far he's going to run with his unit of Silverhelm cavalry. Because they're a cavalry unit, they run 3 die 6 inches. And they run off the board. They're gone. Goodbye.
Wow. Wow.
My general is dead or absent. My entire army needs to take a panic check. The Swordmasters of Hoeth, led by a level 3 wizard. Level 3 is the second highest level of wizard you can get.
Okay.
Level 4 is the next highest. They're gone.
Oh, good.
They're off. They're off the table. I have 2 units of archers. They both panic and run. A unit of spear elves. They panic and run. I have a unit of scouting shadow warriors, who are just like light infantry, and they're infiltrated halfway up the board. They panic, but do not run off the board. And then I have 2 bolt throwers, which also peace out. So, my opponent gets his first turn.
Yes. Great.
And he says, well, that sucks. You want to play this out? And I'm like, yes.
All right. How did it end well?
I mean, one of us won quite decisively.
Like,
So
I
that
came here
was-
to play a game, so I'm going to play the game.
Yeah, that was my turn 0 loss in a tournament.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
No one in here has any nose sensory issues, right? Because Sally Hansen's very strong. Everyone, okay, good. Just checking.
It will be okay. Anybody else like Warhammer? Have a Warhammer story? Okay. Well, I will pronounce that finished anyway. Jeez. Oh, this actually seems interesting. How many people here are fans of a sketch comedy troupe called Loading Ready Run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Oddly enough.
Yeah.
Enjoy their work.
Yeah, that's good.
I could take them or leave them.
Cool. Actually, I might just open this myself now that I think about it, because I don't think it needs to be on. I think it'll be me reading this. Oh yeah, Don't post that up. I will read this. Okay, these are descriptions that we put in for the crap shots, because the descriptions of the crap shots are generally like a tagline that kind of relates to what it is we've talked about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the description, and then you're going to guess what the crap shot was that fit that description. And I think Ben might even be able to, like, because he's got the Pastebin link too. He could actually pull up each one, and we could play it back to see if people are right.
Yeah, I can do that. Are we absolutely sure that all these ones are clean ones?
Oh, you're right. Yes, we don't know for sure.
I am not trying for that bus stop.
That's right. We curse a lot in our crap shows.
We swear a lot at Load and Ready Run.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can give me on the other side. Hold this
So the only way to be sure is that we basically have to just. Oh yeah, that's hard because we would have no way to.
So, are you asking people in the room if they can guess the crap shot?
It will be people in the room.
This is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, because there's like almost like 550, 560 of these.
I will personally donate $5 for every single one that somebody in the room can get right, because I don't think anybody could get these.
Cool. All right.
Oh boy.
So, challenge.
Well, we'll still need. Do you want them to actually give the title, or do you want them to actually describe what goes on in the crap shot?
Well, I thought the thing was like you're saying this line,
Yeah.
and then they have to guess the name of the crap shot.
That is, yeah. Well, the thing is, I wanted to see if you guys could tell what was the crap shot based on the description. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay.
If you'll be able to guess the name of it, this will be rough. Okay. I can maybe even give like a rough idea of what the number is, just to help people zero in on it, I guess. But I don't know. Let's just work to see if we can get guess titles. The description is for the first one. Or was it the humidity? Well, something got him.